is that they're going to be raising interest rates. When they met earlier this month, the bet was they weren't going to raise them. They're going to keep them steady. The odds for a June rate hike are getting close to 50%. It was 10% a week ago. So now you're hearing more Fed heads saying we got to raise rates, raise rates, raise rates. As I said to everyone, making it 100% clear, the higher interest rates go, the stronger the dollar goes and the weaker gold gets. But when they pause rate hikes and then they start lowering them, the dollar is going to go down and gold's going to go up. And oil prices are down. They're in the still Brent crude's in the $75 a barrel plus range. So that's low. So we're looking at recession. The Dow Jones is up over 115 points. The NASDAQ, again, booming up 1.5%. And when you're looking at what's going on and why the markets went up, they're saying because Biden, the Democrats, and the Republicans can make a deal on the debt ceiling. Record buyback spree attracts growing investor complaints. Yep. So the bigs are buying back their stocks and artificially propping them up. And the last time that happened was when Biden gave the tax cuts to the bigs and they sold the bullshit that they were going to put it into capital investment. No, they weren't. They got more money and they bought back their stocks, and it drives the prices back up. America just passed a budget of $1.7 trillion. Oh, by the way, we're $31 trillion in debt. Over half of it, went to the military, industrial, intelligence complex. I've never worked harder in my life because I'm so concerned about what's going on. The military industrial complex got half, and they won't give us the numbers that go to the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, and the Homeland Security. They won't give us those numbers. So the number is well over, the official number for just the military industrial complex is $858 billion. Again, it's half right there. And when you put the rest in, it's way over half. It does not take a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority, keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men, said Samuel Adams, one of the founding fathers of America. The Constitution that was written here, over 70% of America's Constitution comes from that, when Kingston was the capital of New York State. I own 3 of the most historic buildings in America. It's the only 4 corners in America with pre-revolutionary stone buildings. And I bought them because of what they represent. The spirit of this country once had. Biden's going down, and so is the economy. And again, when all else fails, they take you to war, as I've repeated over and over again. What followed the Great Depression, World War II, what followed the dot-com bust. Oh yeah, the war on terror. So this is going to go down heavy and hard, and they get the people's minds off it. Remember, after when the dot-com bust was busting and little George E. Bush said we got to get that guy Osama bin Laden dead or alive over there in Afghanistan, the 20-year war that killed hundreds of thousands of people, destroyed the place, cost us trillions that we lost. 88% of the people swallowed it.
Well, as you look through history, it seems like governments become emboldened by their failures. As I mentioned, rather than letting the dot-com bubble burst, they reinflated it with the real estate bubble. Now they're reinflating it and getting involved in it. And by the way, a terminology of the merger of state and corporate powers, according to Mussolini, was called fascism. We could call this fascism light. So we're concerned, and we're not saying this is going to happen, but after these kind of catastrophic collapses, sometimes they're followed by war.
This was the country of land of opportunity. It's gone. It's gone. So the people have to unite. If, again, they did it before, we could do it again. And what I want to do is begin with restoring America. I know the country wasn't great. We've had problems with slavery, and they were real. And discrimination, they're real. But our ancestors came here also because it was the freest nation on earth. It was the nation where anybody from any level, from any country, any nationality could start at the bottom and go to the top. Now the rug's pulled out from us. The top is only for the 1%. There were great things about America. This was the land of equality. This was the country that nations around the world wanted to emulate for the freedoms that we the people had, that our founding fathers fought for. They also raised interest rates over there in the EU. It's still low compared to inflation, but they're way higher than the negative that they used to have. So the higher interest rates go, the deeper the economy falls. UK food prices skyrocketed. British households have been hit with a record jump in food prices. 17.8% increase in April. But don't worry about it, because the UK is doing all they can to help win the Ukraine war. So all you people of slave land in the UK, don't you worry about it. We got wars to fight, money to steal, so take it easy. And what no one anywhere is talking about, other than us, is all of this inflation and all of these problems have been caused by the low-life pieces of political pricks that locked down the world. Oh, and then you had those supply chain disruptions. That's why you got this inflation and the economy's going down as they raise interest rates to stop the phony COVID war that they started. And to win it, they had to pump in countless trillions of dollars and negative and zero interest rate policy. But don't worry, people. Do as you're told. Don't think for yourself. Be a little parrot and follow what they tell you to do, like all the up here in Kingston, New York, and everywhere else, all around towns.